Can I have an A, please? Hi, I'm Edgar Gabriel. I'm a violinist and violin teacher, and that is how I tune my violin. However, that is not what we're going to do in this video. This video is to teach those who really don't know how to tune your instrument, and you need to get it in tune to practice before your next lesson. Maybe your teacher has always tuned it for you, but what are you going to do if you need to tune your instrument and you won't see a teacher for a little bit? We need to get this in tune. So, let's get started. First of all, there are two things that tune the instrument. You have the fine tuner here, it's this screw here, and then you also have the peg. The fine tuner tunes it in small increments, while the peg does large increments. I only need a fine tuner on my E string because it's so thin, and if I didn't have that, I would probably break the instrument, the string rather. I'd probably break that. So all professional violinists have that on their E string. We normally don't need it on the other strings. We use our pegs. So here is a smaller violin, and it has fine tuners on every string. This might be similar to what you have. Follow the fine tuner from each string all the way to the peg. See which one belongs to each other. You have the E, the A, the D, and the G. First of all, we have to determine whether the instrument is out of tune or not. I think that's out of tune. We can't practice. What are we going to do? We need to get it in tune. The first string you want to tune is the A string. Now, if you have a good ear, if you are a musician, a parent who is a musician, you can probably do this. You get an A from a source, such as a piano. Can I have an A, please? And you can hear that it's a little low. And then you turn the fine tuner clockwise till we get to the pitch. One more time, can I have that A? And there we are. Now they match. But what if you can't do that? You're not sure of the pitch. That's fine. We have wonderful tuning apps, chromatic tuning apps right now. I have this one on my iPad and also on my phone. This is called Clear Tune. There are many others that will work just as well. And they usually have some sort of dial, and they show the increments of how much you need to turn the pitch up or down. So we're going to do that with our E string. So it's a little low. And here I go and I tune it up. There we go. Now we got the E in tune. But there's another problem. What if the pitch is so out of tune, usually too low, that even if we turn the fine tuner all the way up, it still wouldn't be enough? Like here. Oh, that's really low. What are we going to do? We now have to use the peg. Or at least use the peg enough so we can get it close enough. And that's the tricky part. You are usually not in any danger of breaking a string by using the fine tuners. However, you are when you turn the pegs. So you have to be very careful on this. I might also mention it might be a good idea to always have an extra set of strings on hand. So here's that D. I want to bring that up. So this is the D peg, and use your thumb and your forefinger for this. The thumb goes on one side and the forefinger, in this case, it depends on the angle. You figure that out, which way to hold that, and you're really kind of pushing on one corner of the peg and pulling on another. And this is again tricky. So what you should do is always turn it down first, even if it's low, so you can get a feel of that, and you won't break the string by turning it too low. So just don't unravel it. So, and then you bring it up, and as you're doing that, push it in. So I have my other hand on this side, so you can take the force of pushing it in, and you got to push it in while you're turning it, and don't turn it very much. So watch that tuner and keep watching it. So now here we are. We're at C. Getting close. Now that's pretty close to D. So now I'm going to use the fine tuner. And there we go. So that's the tricky part. You might want to think of tuning these pegs a little bit like a key that you had just had made at the hardware store, and maybe it doesn't fit exactly right, and you have to kind of jiggle it a little bit to get it going, okay? Now I'm going to do the same with the G. Let's say the G is out. I'm going to get it close. I'm pushing in, and this hand is on this side. And that's pretty close. The E, let's get a little better. And there you go. Now we can practice. Well, I hope this was helpful to you. You have to have a good in-tune violin in order to practice, and you will get good at this. Just be very, very patient and take it in small increments, and the more you do this, the better you're going to get at it, and you'll be able to do this very quickly. Thank you.